This is a flashback video that I did a while ago that's obviously very relevant today, so let's check it out. What up, y'all? So there was a video released today showing Diddy attacking Cassie. Listen, I've been saying for the longest that Cassie is the mother of all dragons and she was going to be the one to burn all this shit to the ground. I said that from day one. And as time just keeps passing on and on again, she just keeps burning and burning and burning it down. It seems like every time Diddy tries to step outside, she's like, and then he be leaving us Instagram posts telling us,
this is not true. It doesn't even make sense.
Let me tell y'all something, man. This man is crazy, bro. He has to have the worst lawyers ever because I hate to say this, but we wouldn't be here today if he wasn't so arrogant and pompous and if he just would have paid Cassie off ahead of time. They said that his and Cassie's lawyers has been going back and forth for months and they just couldn't reach a settlement. And he said, yo, I'm just going to fight this. So what did he do? He proceeds to prepare this good guy image. He tried to give all his former artists their publishing bag, but they had to sign NDAs and couldn't say anything bad about him. He changed his name to Love. He's all about love. Let's drop this Love album. He made up with Shine. He kept getting all these Lifetime Achievement performances. You know, it seems like every award show there was a Bad Boy Lifetime Achievement performance. But if you paid attention, a lot of his former artists never showed up and really performed with him. Mace, for example. Then he started to bring T.D. Jakes in, bring him closer to help with his image. He prepped all this up because he felt like he could win this case, or he felt like Cassie would never go public with these accusations because not only would they humiliate him, they would humiliate her as well. So he was like, yo, she would never tell the public all of these things. I'm just not going to pay her any money, period. Now, if he just would have paid her before she went public, life would have been different. Because once you settle with her and she has the courage to come out and tell her story, it opens the floodgates for other people to tell their story as well. And here we are today. He has like 5 or 6 lawsuits. The feds have kicked your door in. And now today, somebody has leaked a video of you putting your hands on Cassie. Listen, Cassie Targaryen is still burning King's Landing down every 2 to 4 months. I remember when the Cassie lawsuit dropped, some people would ask like, yo, well, why didn't she leave? She loved the lifestyle so much. She should have left if he was so terrible. Well, as we can see from the video, she tried to leave. Do you know how either controlling, angry, or crazy you have to be to run after someone with a towel on in public? This was a public hotel. He's out of his mind. He paid $50,000 to the hotel to hide this video. Why did it come out today? Who knows? I seen some people say, yo, maybe the feds released it when they raided the house. Nope, that's not how feds work. The feds would never, ever, ever, ever release evidence to the public as they're preparing or working on a case. They would never do that. Now, is it possible that somebody at that hotel had been holding on to this video for a minute and gave it to CNN? Yeah, I can see that happening. And let's don't forget, Diddy, being the manipulator that he is, has been making these Instagram posts saying, oh, the truth will come out. And his son just dropped a diss record and said, yeah, the feds ran up on us, but we bought the house next door and moved all the evidence over there. Let me tell you something. When you get to taunting the police and the feds, it makes everything worse. Ask Tory Lanez. He got so much time in his case because he was being a pure aggravation to Meg Thee Stallion. This is why we tell people to shut up when you have a case, DJ Academics. Shut up, bro. Stop talking. The cycle of abuse can be so dangerous, and I don't think people really realize it because abusers, especially rich, influential people, they can harm you, then turn right around, cry, beg you not to leave, and then shower you with all these gifts and trips. They love bomb you. And sometimes you get stuck in this thought process of, well, maybe he'll get better. So it's hard to leave. Not to mention, when you are dealing with someone famous, they have enough resources to continue to kind of track you down. It's crazy. But yo, let's take a look at the statement from Cassie's attorney that was released today. All right, so this is the statement from Cassie's attorney. It says, the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Ms. Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light. The video is of a single incident, and there are many more described in the lawsuit. Also, the feds raided Combs' property in an ongoing criminal investigation. Legally, this video is not the smoking gun, but it's a smoking gun in the public relations area. Her lawyer basically said, this is light work. This ain't even the smoking gun. We have worse stuff. Let me tell you something. Sean Puffy Combs is done. Even if he is never criminally charged, his image has took a major blow. And I can't see him ever recovering to the point of where he used to be. Because to get to that point, you have to have a lot of corporate sponsorships. People have to like you. People have to want to work with you. And I don't see it happening. He's done. It's a wrap. I've been covering this Diddy stuff ever since Keefe D was arrested. If you want to check out my playlist, here's a pic, here's a link. But yo, this is wild. This particular incident was also mentioned in the lawsuit Cassie filed. And I'm going to read an excerpt out of the lawsuit. Let me pull it up here. It's crazy. All right, so let's check this out. In or around March 2016, during a freak-off at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles, Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Ms. Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. So the video that we seen is obviously after a freak-off. They done did some old kinky stuff and he done fell asleep, so she's trying to leave. Back to the lawsuit. After he fell asleep, Ms. Ventura tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Ms. Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. So this pretty much explains why he had a towel wrapped around him, because this obviously took place after one of their little, things that they do. He was knocked out. She tried to get up and run, and he was undressed, and the closest thing he could grab is a towel. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. She managed to get into the elevator, and when she got to the hotel lobby, quickly took a cab to her apartment. Upon realizing that her running away would cause Mr. Combs to be even more angrier with her and completely stuck in his vicious cycle of abuse, Ms. Ventura returned to the hotel with the intention of apologizing for running away from her abuser. When she returned, hotel security staff urged her to get back into the cab and to go to her apartment, suggesting that they had seen the security footage showing Mr. Combs assaulting Ms. Ventura and throwing glass at her in the hotel hallway. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs paid the hotel $50,000 for the hallway security footage from that evening. After that, Ms. Ventura left her home and went to hide away at a friend's house in Florida. James Cruz, president of Bad Boy Management, tracked Ms. Ventura down and told her that her single would not be released if she did not answer Mr. Combs' phone calls. Each time Ms. Ventura tried to run away, Mr. Combs and his powerful network of people would force her back to him. So they're essentially saying, every time she would try to get away, he would try to contact her. When he couldn't get in contact her, his team would get in contact her, and they would essentially kind of try to blackmail her like, if you don't come back, we're not going to release your single. If you don't come back, this going to happen. If you don't come back, this going to happen. So, for all the people who said, why didn't she leave? It's because abuse can be a very vicious cycle for some. Some people are able to walk away at the sign of red flags. Others get stuck and feel like there's no way to leave. If you go back and read the full Cassie versus Diddy lawsuit, there was numerous attempts where she tried to leave and he would randomly pop up in places to manipulate her, and then coming back, he would show up at her parents' home, show up at her birthday party, show up at her house. So he was kind of relentless with her. A lot of us always believed Cassie. We always heard whispers of what he was doing to Kim Porter. So it never surprised us that he was doing it to Cassie as well. None of this is new. We saw how he treated people on his reality show, so I can only imagine what he was doing to these women behind closed doors. Now, when the video popped out today, Kim Porter's friend took to Twitter to address some things she allegedly knew about Diddy and Kim Porter. This is what she said. "This Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend Kim Porter and how I've silently held him responsible for her young passing." She said that Diddy would flaunt Cassie in Kim Porter's face, and Cassie, of course, being the new young girl, would be down for it. Cassie would laugh whenever Diddy would hurt Kim. She said what we saw on the video was nothing compared to what he would do to Kim. Yo, I've heard stories of him breaking Kim Porter's nose on a yacht. I heard one time he got physical with Kim and she grabbed a corkscrew and hit his wrist and he almost passed away because it hit an artery and he could have bled out. So it's rumors that he's permanently scarred on that wrist because she got so upset with him, she was getting ready to take him out that night. Gina Huff was another one of his girls who talked about how Diddy got so upset with her, he would do crazy things to her, like use his feet to get physical. Yo, this is just crazy, bro. And you know what's even crazier? I was just about to make a video and it was going to go over people defending Diddy, like Young Jock. Jock said, you know, that's not the guy that he knows. He couldn't imagine Diddy being this wild, but he's also the same guy who told the story about Diddy making Cassie shave her head. There was a couple people like Jock, Mario Winings, Stevie J, some people who said they could never see Diddy doing this crazy stuff. I wonder what these people have to say now. And mind you, people are saying what we just saw is light work. Imagine what he was doing to these people behind closed doors if he acted this way in public. It's crazy. But yo, that's all I have today. Leave your comments below. Do y'all think this is enough to ruin Diddy's career, or is it possible he can bounce back? Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe. Peace.